Good morning and welcome back to Coffee Morning Laughter. It's your girl Shills and your favorite mother of 50, Michelle.
You want to start abusing me this early in the morning, Shills?
Of course I'm
This
going to
early?
abuse you.
This
Yeah.
early,
If I wasn't abusing you, I wouldn't be doing my job properly.
That's right.
Called to abuse. But guys, you might know that we're doing segments around entrepreneurship, But this week we've got a special guest for you. I don't want to say too much about this little lady out here. She's been doing things. Now,
Big things.
big
for a little
things,
lady,
yeah. Big things for a little lady, Might be little in stature, but she's big in everything. Solid everywhere. And I ain't even lying, She's solid,
Hey.
It's just solid everywhere else. If you see my eyes, So, I want you guys, to really take this in. Me and this girl have been friends for a couple of years. And I'm saying that lightly, because it's all going to come out in the podcast, and it's going to blow you, Michelle, because you don't know this, We've been friends, we've been best friends since we were 5 years old. That's my longest friend.
5 years old though?
Since we were
that
5,
is sweet,
She's actually my longest friend.
Really?
My longest friend.
I had many friends. Wow.
Wow, In the house, we've got Sarah Johnson,
Hey guys, thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Coffee Morning Love. I've been kicking and screaming to get on air, guys. So I'm so happy that they've got me on air. It's a privilege. You lot, well done for what you're doing. You're just making waves on this space. I listen to you guys religiously. There's loads of gems like that. These two strong women drop week in, week out. So guys, tune in, support the women. This is all independently managed.
Yeah.
So guys, just support the women and let's just keep going from
The PayPal account is coming.
OnlyFans.
Whatever it is, it's coming, But legit, so we've got Sarah here on the entrepreneur segment. There's entrepreneur specials that we're doing, Now, I'm not going to take away from her story, but I want her to tell her story for us, And me and Michelle will pipe in and talk about a lot of things. If you know me well, you know that I'm into business, you know that I'm into investments, you know that I'm into making money. It doesn't mean I love money, I just like making it and sometimes spending it. But I want to spend somebody else's money.
As well.
Somebody's son.
That part, absolutely that
Somebody's son's money, please, However you made it, I want to spend it, If it's a hush puppy situation, I'll be a hush about it.
I can't. She's on fire today.
But we've got Sarah here, and you know what, guys?
Thank you for having me.
Sarah's got so much to share with us, and I'm hoping what the hope of me and Michelle have here is that people will be inspired by this segment because a lot of us have visions, have dreams, have ideas, but sometimes we have little things in us that are stopping us from reaching where we need to reach or from making that first move.
Absolutely.
Because I always ask myself, to a lot of people that I speak to in terms of mentoring, my thing is, what's stopping you? And everybody has a reason to why they haven't done something that they are passionate about. So when we speak about entrepreneurship, when we speak about starting a business, starting a project, because we've got to understand there are different projects. There are passion projects that you know what? I enjoy knitting, so I'm gonna knit from
might as well make money
and from my friends, and it's just a passion. Or you might feel like I'm a party planner and I want to plan people's parties, and it's just a passion project. But there are projects where you see it and you're like, you know what? I want to build a dynasty. I want to come into my own and create something that's bigger than me. Something from my community, something that will outlive, because everything else that we see, somebody started it.
Absolutely.
On this day, I'm wearing Nike. Somebody created this Nike tech, And without further ado, I'm introducing Sarah Johnson and the Clutched Me brand. Because you know what? I got me a bag from Clutched Me.
It's not that girl.
Sarah,
Thanks,
talk
guys.
your talk.
God. Thanks for having me, guys. So, my name's Sarah Johnson. I'm the founder and director of Clutched Me. Clutched Me was established in 2017. I'm a IT manager by trade. I've been doing it for best part of like 10 years. I've been into IT.
She's young, guys, so you know.
No, I'm gonna say
Sorry, you're young, but are you available?
yes.
Listen,
Hey, Sarah. I thought we had. Okay.
Did you see how you just
I'm just saying, because there might be an entrepreneur guy out there looking for.
No, I'm single. I am.
You
I am
heard
very
it here,
much
guys.
single. I
Yeah,
am
wait till the
single.
pictures come
I
out.
am indeed.
She can't remain single.
Not at all. Not after today.
Oh gosh, God willing. But yeah, so I've been an IT manager for over 10 years, but I really wanted to touch on where I've actually started from.
And before you get there, says
Sure.
And like I know Michelle also got her own questions or her own
Yeah.
points to tap in, yeah.
Yeah.
But Sarah said she started in 2017, yeah, her business and or the idea, yeah. And I remember 2017,
Yeah.
where Sarah was like, first of all, I'm gonna say this to a lot of people, and you lot come back in and say to me,
Yeah.
I believe that the things we set out to do in terms of businesses should be things you're passionate about already.
Absolutely.
Or you have a flow to already.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So when Sarah came to me, or when we're having these discussions, she was like, I'm going to do these things with bags. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because every night out we had, Sarah had a bag that was just like, what's happening here? Yeah. Here I come with my one purse that I have from Dorothy Perkins. Yeah. No offense to Dorothy Perkins, yeah. If it's sponsoring me, I'll take it.
We'll take your money.
But it was like, so when she came up with that idea, for me it was just like, that makes sense.
Sure.
Because you have an eye for it, you know what you're doing with it. And I always say to people, like some people want to be singers, yeah?
Yeah.
If nobody's saying you're a good singer,
Please.
that's a sign for you not to be a singer.
However, on the contrary to that,
Yeah.
if you have a passion for it,
For singing.
and
Yeah.
if you have a passion for it, you're hard working.
Yeah.
You don't stop. You go to sleep thinking about singing.
Yeah.
You wake up thinking about singing.
Yeah.
Listen, there's auto-tune,
Yeah.
If you can dance and you package everything else,
Yeah.
then be a singer. Why should anyone tell you not what you shouldn't
Okay,
do
you can
in this
do it.
one life?
Yeah.
That's the way I'm thinking.
You landed. I
You're-
was side-eyeing you for a while, but
You didn't say
landed,
I mean.
and
It
was
don't mean
good.
that you're a. It doesn't mean
You're-
like
you're-
you're the best.
You're not
singer,
Beyonce.
but you can make it. You're not
You all can't be
Beyonce.
a Beyonce.
No,
I can.
You're not
Hey,
Michael
hey, hey,
Jackson.
hey.
You're not a Prince. However, you can make a living in something that you enjoy.
Yeah, you can make a living video enjoy. I agree with that. Yeah, Sarah's really kind to you guys, but you know me. Yeah, listeners, you know me. Put the mic
down.
Yeah, we've established that I'm very black and white. Yeah. So if you're now been in that studio and you're 45 and you're still trying to hit
No,
that high
don't do a
note,
rap career at 45, guys. That's not going to be good
That's
enough.
not what I'm saying.
That is not what we're trying to say, Michelle. You have to feed your kids, you see? Don't be going to the studio spending your one little £10 on 1 hour studio session when there's no diapers at home. Do better.
But what I was saying though was, you have to. It's an easier flow for you to go into something that you are already
Passionate about.
and recognised for.
That you're good at.
That you're good
It
at.
won't
Yeah.
be a chore.
It won't be a chore. It will be easy. Like I was saying to you, she's got an eye for those things. Yeah. So it's kind of like it's very easy for me. I'm not gonna go and buy a bag from somebody. Once when we were kids, this people might hear this story and laugh. Yeah. A girl said to this girl, "My cousin can do hair. Let her do your braids." So my friend then says to her, "But have you seen your cousin's hair?" I'm not gonna let her touch my
Yeah,
hair.
don't let anyone rubbish you and you're trying to refer someone and they're rubbishing.
So then,
No.
for me, that stood out to be like, look, sis, maybe your hair is just good for your kids.
Oh, it's a supply and demand. If you're selling something, I'm not going to buy something from you if you are not the product of what you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
If I'm a consumer and I'm trying to listen to a podcast and you lot refer me to another podcast, if I don't listen to Coffee Morning Laughter and it's good content, then I'm not going to really listen to the podcast that you're referring me to
too,
because
yeah.
you might not have the same air that I have, and that's me putting it in a nicer way.
Yeah.
But because I enjoy your content, I know that I relate to what you as two grown, hip women, do you know what I mean, in this generation.
Hip.
Hey, I
Get
like
me?
that word, man.
Yeah,
Come
hip.
on.
Yeah, I would listen to whatever you refer me to. So I guess that's the same with placing it in hair or,
But
you know what I mean?
I'm very much of a person of like, if I see it on you and I like it and you're working it and you come to me and you say, do you know what? Yeah, I sell this product, or this is my brand, whatever, whatever. I'm like, raw, okay. You know what you're doing. I can work with that. But if you're a brand ambassador or you're selling something, and I'm looking at you and I'm like,
This ain't making sense.
Right,
sure.
I'm not gonna be like, I don't feel like.
I don't trust your judgment.
I don't trust your judgment. Yeah.
But you know what says, give us a little bit of a background story there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to put it as short as possible. But again, I'm IT manager by trade. But before I even went into IT, I used to work in John Lewis and Waitrose when that opened in
Westfield.
Prior to that, I went to university, studied law, did all the rest of it.
Degree holders out here, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're
boxes, men.
So if you're applying, please let it make sense. I know she said you can still be trying to hustle, but nah.
So anyway, long story short is after I was at the time, I think I was doing a part-time job in John Lewis and Waitrose when the Olympics first opened there, and you're just thinking, okay, what next? So at the time, it was very much I'm chasing money. So what I need to do to be an executive or an IT manager, that's what I wanted to do. So I went from there to
IBM?
FMXA, and then I went to IBM. Which is obviously a massive IT corporation, new business executive, account manager at IBM. So by trade, I've always been into new businesses, account managing, marketing. And another thing, guys, is whatever situation or, job role that you hold in this lifetime, it's all transferable skills. If it gets to something that you like, so make sure that you're confident in whatever skills that you learn from whatever job path that you choose or you chose. So anyway, fast forward on, I've been doing account managing for a while. So to going back to Clutch Me, I saw, and this is how Clutch Me was actually birthed. So I saw at this present time, I'm making, I don't know, like £3,500-4,000 after tax in IBM. So I want to now invest into something because I've bought trainers, bags, clothes, shoes, whatever it is for that Saturday night. I'm not fulfilled in that anymore. What am I doing? I have close friends that are successful. I have family that are very competitive family. We all, want to work for ourselves. So I thought, what am I doing? So I'm spending that money and there's no investment. There's nothing that I've got to show for it. So I saw a clutch bag, and this is exactly how Clutch Me started. I saw a clutch bag on Rihanna on the Met Gala red carpet. Rihanna,
come through, Riri. Coffee Morning Laughter is the organising agency here.
Connecting fingers.
Trust me. And she had this rhinestone, I think it was like a teddy bear or money clutch bag. And I was obsessed with this bag because she never wore, the outfit that she wore was really understated, but the clutch bag that she had did all the talking for her, innit? So I thought, let me go on Google, just how much this clutch bag is worth. Yeah, it was like $7,000 or something like that. So it was nothing that was in my price range that I could possibly afford.
And Primark hadn't made it yet.
And
Yes, being the important word
for that. Terrible. But I literally thought, okay, this is something that I enjoy. I love fashions. I can wear, like you said, I can wear Primark and mix it up with a Ralph Lauren or a Chanel. I'm into my fashions. But I thought, if I'm looking at something, what can I do to translate something like that into an affordable fashion for the modern day woman like myself? So I just started, looking and doing a lot of market research, guys. Market research _ market research. Everything that you're doing, whether it's podcasting, trading, selling, always know the market that you're going into.
Know your audience.
Know your audience. So I did a lot of market research on it. So I started contacting vendors. From contacting vendors, I then started thinking, okay, how am I going to invest into myself? So opened up a business account, put whatever I was willing to let go, to not get an in return of investment in that business account, and that was all going on Clutch Me.
Sarah, before you get there, yeah, because what I want to bring out for the listeners, yeah, and it's one of those things where people miss people. She said 2017. She sees this thing because we're in 2021 now, yeah. So you lot might have missed the couple of years in between, thinking like, oh, I'm in John Lewis now, or whatever, wherever we end up.
To that point,
So
we're not there. We're not in John
So
Lewis
it's kind of like, listen, in between, the dream was birthed, and then you've got the time where you sit with your vision, yeah, where you sit with your idea.
You marinate it,
yeah.
And I wanna touch on something that you just said, Shills. Is I got, and I'm sure that a lot of people get extremely comfortable and complacent in the job that they're in, and it's amazing, you know what I mean, because I think everybody's successful in their own industry, great. However, I always see that what I just wasn't fulfilled, if I'm gonna put it blunt and honest. I needed something more. I needed something that if I was to, touch wood, pass away tomorrow, what has got Sarah Johnson on it? What has got my name on it? That's mine. So that's what changed my mindset. Okay, so timelines. So 2017, I ordered some prototype. So prototype samples. This could be, if you're a hair vendor, you want to order some hair from some vendors.
China.
Yeah.
Is it AliExpress?
Yeah.
So some of them go there. Yeah. But always shop. You buy first as a consumer. Yeah. And then you check the quality of the stuff, of the products, whatever, services, whatever. And also, I was into sketching, art, whatever. So I would draw like a replica of that Rihanna's bag, and then I said, can you guys make something similar to this that is a statement piece, because that's a different from Clutch Me and maybe ASOS or River Island or whatever. My bags are statement pieces. You're not going to go online and find,
you're not going to go to Primark and find it.
You're just not going
I'm
to.
just letting you lot know now. Those of you that are thinking what's going on.
Yeah.
But when Sarah's saying that, the process happened, I can bear witness to it, and I want Michelle to pipe in on this part, yeah? I can bear witness to it because I remember once went up for a birthday, and you had that Machino bag that I liked, the green. I like a green,
suede.
yeah.
It was a
suede green one, yeah. And I eyed it, and I thought, man kind of likes this bag still, yeah. But well and truly, man's pocket that year wasn't lined like that, yeah. Not saying
she's
it was
such a liar. She's richer than me, guys. Don't let her come and flex on her own podcast.
Yeah, I was thinking that this bag is nice, yeah. But what I'm picking up from, like, you try the prototype, because I always say to people, especially when you're selling something, yeah, are you living? This is why I started off with saying, if you're selling hair and nobody's asking you where did you get your hair from, you got to think about.
This is what I'm trying to say.
You got to think about what kind of hair you're selling. Yeah. Now, Sarah bought these bags, and every time I went out, we're all into fashion on this side. I'm looking at her bag like, sis, you're gonna borrow me that? Yeah. Because she's like, oh, and then she said to me, I'm selling these. Do you want me to order them for you? So then in my head, I knew there's a business here. And when she came with it was a working. There's a lot of work in the background.
It's a process. It's a long process, and this is, one thing that I think everyone should take into consideration is you have an idea, you birth it. It's not going to come into fruition tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like, you have to sit on it. You have to go back to the drawing board. You change it up. The strategy changes probably about 5, 10, 20 times.
We can change the strategy how many times? Michelle's worked with me now for a year properly, closely. And every week, I'll be like, look, listen, guys, this is it. This is going to change like this. And she's just like, thought we were doing this last week.
I know, and I was like, okay.
And you've got to welcome change when you're going to be an entrepreneur, because when you're an entrepreneur, especially you're coming from, like, well, from my story, I'm still in a 9 to 5, by the way, guys. I'm still an account manager, so I still work. However, I am still an entrepreneur, and I've birthed my Clutch Me, and God willing, that's probably where my head's going to be at to retire on. But seven streams of income, so I wanna do a couple of things. But
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
And I keep on. Obviously, my journey is so different from you guys. Mum, in my 9 to 5, not really had my head in that sort of entrepreneurship.
Sure.
way of thinking as of yet. But one of the things I really like that you touched on was your motivation. Yeah, so your motivation for doing things.
Sure.
And I know you said about leaving something for yourself and, you know, maybe for your kids. So in my head, I'm thinking, I want to retire. Yes, I've got my pension,
Sure.
but in the grand scheme of things, your pension ain't
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what it is.
yeah, for a lot of people's
Yeah,
jobs. So in
absolutely.
terms of your motivation and just thinking about the nicest way, I say this all the time, if God forbid something happens to me today, someone else is going to be in my job tomorrow,
Yeah.
in my 9 to
You're
5.
replaceable.
Yeah.
I'm very, very
Absolutely
replaceable.
replaceable.
I want to get to the point where actually I'm not replaceable.
Sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't have put it a better way myself.
Yeah.
It's more of being an entrepreneur. If you're not, you don't get gratification in the smaller things, and you're only trying to get gratification financially.
Yeah.
Then don't be
Don't-
an entrepreneur.
yeah, don't do it.
Then
Yeah.
don't do it. Don't
do
try
it.
to, because you're going to, before you break even, you're
Yeah.
gonna be at a loss.
Loss. Yeah. Yeah.
Minus.
You're gonna be at a minus, and then it takes a hell of a lot of people to now believe in your craft
Yeah.
because of the consistency, and then that's when you start seeing the pounds come in.
Yeah. They're just the results.
The results,
itself,
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think yesterday I was, you know, you both know my mum, and you know she's been doing her thing for a number of years.
Sure.
So yesterday we spoke about certain things. It was a brief conversation, and she said, "You gotta have passion." She just said, "You gotta have passion for whatever you're doing, because it's the passion that keeps you up at night to say this idea came to me, and you
Guys,
sketch it."
right, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Everything that comes to your brain, because you've got to remember that what I need to put it as is entrepreneurs are creatives.
Yes. Facts.
Entrepreneurs, no matter, don't let anybody scrap that down for you, because
Yeah.
your brain is going at 5
Yeah.
million times an hour, let alone being a mum or a wife, or it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
So whatever you do have, don't think, and you know we store in our brain, it's like cognitive, and then you store the most important things, like maybe you
Yeah.
need to take the kids to the dentist, or
Yeah.
you know, you got to pay that bill, so you store that at the front of it. But that
Yeah.
memory that you woke up with in 2 o'clock in the morning, that brilliant idea,
Yeah.
you haven't jotted it
Can
down.
I tell you what I've been doing?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm in my beginning of my journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I send WhatsApps to my
your
husband in the middle of the night
amazing.
with things that I think of. Literally, I can show you them.
Yeah.
Anything that comes to my head, if I'm up breastfeeding a baby, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a good policy I need to think of, or a business name.
Yeah.
He just wakes up, and I keep on thinking, where else can I store it?
Yeah.
But because it's just my phone is there next to me in the middle of the night, I don't want
Yeah.
to turn on the light.
Charles, you
But I
can even
just
send it
WhatsApp
to yourself. You've got your own number.
Yeah, and you've got notes as
Yeah.
well. And you know,
Yeah.
iPhone.
I do have notes. Do you know what? I'm getting my iPhone now, yeah. And the funny thing is, you know I use notes. But look what I do you know what? You're right.
Michelle,
But there's
don't let her
something,
rubbish
do you know
you
what it
like this.
exactly, she always rubbishes
Don't
me.
let her
No,
rubbish
no,
you
I'm
like
She
this.
always
supporting you, sis. I'm
rubbishes me.
supporting you, sis.
But do you know what it is? Because when he wakes up in the morning, why I like it as well,
Yeah.
when he wakes up in the morning,
like,
he'll
what's
say,
this?
You can see it.
what was that?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah, 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 blah. Sometimes I write stuff in notes,
Yeah.
and it's,
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
gets
remembering to
packed
check
away.
in.
Yeah.
So there's some things I've woken up and I'm
But
like,
it's whatever
actually,
works for you.
It's whatever
whatever
works for you.
works for you.
Whatever
But
works for you.
the writing, it's the important thing is about
paramount.
it's putting it down,
It's
Yeah.
paramount.
getting it outside of your brain,
I
getting
did,
it out of your head.
I did a what's it? I did a I was mentoring somebody and coaching somebody in terms of coming into business, yeah,
Sure.
and the basics of it. So I kept on saying to this girl, I kept on saying to her, you have to sit with your idea. The more you sit with it, the more it becomes you.
Yeah.
The more ideas you will have for it.
Yeah.
But if you don't take time to have that in your head all the time, you will not create. Does that make sense?
And
yeah?
there's a lot of, can I tell you something? Distractions.
yeah.
There is so many distractions, but you know, everybody are in their different, you know,
Levels,
journeys and
yeah.
levels of life.
Yeah.
I am somewhere in my 30s. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what it is.
Look, she's young. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the young.
She's in the young
yeah.
lot, yeah, and she's available.
That's the important thing to remember.
No, but what I'm saying is people have a different level of urgency.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes in your 20s, you might, you know, you want to achieve other things, go on holidays with your
Travelling
girls,
and-
travel
yeah.
and do all the best of it. But, you know, my advice that I will give, you know, if you've got an idea in your 20s, get it done as well.
Yeah.
How beautiful would it be if you've
She
got...
said beautiful.
How beautiful would it be if you've got something in your 20s that you've accomplished, i.e. my brother David Johnson, BBC iPlayer, everything,
Shout out, yeah.
David Johnson.
I haven't even come yet. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
I'll come.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just being nice.
Yeah. So ordered the prototypes,
yeah.
the samples, liked them, started sending them through friends and family, built the website, and launched. Built my Instagram.
Can I just say something? Yeah.
Launched it.
Sarah just touched the point there. Yeah, guys. Yeah, friends and family. Yeah, yeah. I think you touched on something there, Sarah, where you're saying friends and family.
Sure.
I'm gonna dwell on this part a little bit because I want people to understand. Yeah. Even though friends and family might, and I say this loosely, might support you at the beginning, yeah, sometimes they don't. And you've got to be okay with that because you're the vision bearer and you know this is for, you know why you're doing what you're doing. Because most of the things that I'm doing, yeah, I'm not looking for hand claps.
And shows that situation that we are sort of aware of.
Yeah.
You can't rely on your friends and family as to clap, or you don't wait for their flowers, but they're also not your marketing technique.
Yeah. It's like, it's nice for the support.
It's nice for the support, but that cannot be your option.
Yeah, and you can't be
cannot rely.
angry when you're, because, okay, for example, I'll use the podcast as an example, yeah? I don't know how many of my cousins listen to it. Does that make sense, yeah? But I'm not going to be there saying, I'm angry that you haven't listened to it.
It might not be content for them, though. Respectfully.
Yeah. Just like,
respectfully.
because you might have a product that your family doesn't buy into.
Yeah.
Somebody that we know, yeah? Or somebody that we've been acquainted with, he went and made a product, yeah?
Yeah.
That was similar to you lot?
No.
It was just a product, but it wasn't really our thing.
Sure.
We just didn't get it. It was decent.
Yeah, like clap for you for doing it. But
Yeah,
it's not,
because the thing is, what you're selling, I'm not into. Yeah, and even my friends that I have around me,
It might not be into
they're not
it.
into
They're
it.
not into
And I know what my friends are like. Yeah, so if you're selling clothes, I know what Sarah's into. So there's no point of you coming to me and say, "Show this to Sarah."
Dashiki.
I'm like, Sarah
I
doesn't.
actually like a dashiki, you know.
I'll be like, Sarah doesn't wear that, or Sarah doesn't carry that. What's the point of me doing that? Yeah. Unless I said to Sarah, please, Sarah, you got spare £30, support my brother's team.
And I would, absolutely.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah, I would,
But
absolutely.
well
That's
and
the kind
truly,
of person I am.
me, guys, I love you all, but I'm not spending money on something that I'm not using.
Sure.
Yeah, I will support you, but I'm not spending money on something that I don't believe in because what's the point? Yeah, and then he got offended about the fact that I reposted stuff. But my thing is,
What, he got offended that you didn't buy his product?
Yeah, and
Can't be
maybe
offended
they were
because of that.
expecting more from us to do in terms of like
Promoting them.
but it's like weekly and
do that. That's sponsored ad. You guys are a brand yourself. That's sponsored. If he wants that every week, he might have to
the thing is though,
pay you guys or
for
something.
me,
Maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
I
yeah,
don't
but
even
not every week.
I don't even mind doing if I believe.
If you believed in it yourself.
Yeah, if
sure.
I believe in something, if I like something, like I'm not gonna go and advertise somebody's hair that the hairdresser that I use,
That is $2.99. The one that you use for the braids.
Yeah,
It's out of order, guys. Stop using that as weave, okay?
I just wouldn't do that. Because I can't wear the brand. Why would I sell it on to my friend to wear it? You see what I mean? Yeah. If I can't vouch for it, I'm not going to send it over.
No.
So when you're touching the part about the friends and family, I need people to understand that sometimes even your friends or family might not see your vision, but it doesn't make it less valid.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
So you've got to believe in what your
you're
source
doing.
is. Yeah?
Believe in your source. And with this situation, is you're lucky if you have like friends to go on the journey for you with you. But 99.9% of the time, it's you, the lone wolf, doing these things.
Yeah.
And people are they're going out and they're doing their thing, and you're home on a Saturday night labeling bags.
Yeah.
Like it's a. But can I tell you something? Once you get to the end of the tunnel, I cannot express how much when you see your vision become fruitful, how I don't even need for you to clap for me again. I did that. My blood, sweat and tears did that. So if you're capable of doing that, what else are you capable of doing?
The sky's the limit.
You don't need anybody's validation. You just go ahead and you bloody do it.
I think one of the things I've taken away as well is about you talked about distractions, about yourself potentially. So I had a life coach session a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things they said was, it sounds like you are holding yourself back.
And that's the truth.
valid.
So I'm your
happens.
friend and I'm telling you that
And
life
I know
coach.
you've already told me.
Because it
You've already
happens like
told me.
that.
Yeah.
But
It
sometimes
does.
it's actually you.
Yeah.
You're setting too many. Too many excuses. You've got an
Yeah.
excuse.
You got a barrier.
I've
for
got. She
yourself.
also told me. I said, "Oh, I've got kids." And this is the thing I've said. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what started off my journey.
Yeah.
When I said to Shields, I want to do something, and Shields said, "Oh, you should do something." And I was like, "Do you know what it is? Yeah, but I've just
Telling
got the
myself
young
for
kids."
years.
And do you know what she said to me? She was like, "But I've got friends that have got businesses who have young kids."
Yeah.
And literally, I was just like,
And you know, in my world,
How
it's
amazing is that though?
Yeah,
I look at you guys that
Yeah.
as superwomen, do you know what I mean, that do these things. I don't think you know how incredible the human body and the human
That's
mind
it.
is.
Yeah.
With prayer and meditation. Shells, can I tell you something? When Clutch Me got birth was the year of lockdown.
yeah.
yeah,
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So I had bags that were not selling, that were sitting there, and there was so much destruction around me with people, dying and people with mental health.
Changes in relationships.
But yeah, changes of relationships and breakdown in relationships, friendship, whatever. And I just thought, it's either I keep my mind busy, and I weren't even that year we got made redundant in IBM.
Because of the lockdown was
We
coming
got
in.
made all redundant. So I'm that type of person is I have to be a pessimist. If I don't, then I'll get lost in my own source. I'll get lost in my own feelings, my own fears, my anxiety. I have anxiety as well, everyone like everybody else. So I'm like, how am I going to keep myself busy? So if it is, okay, I'm gonna go on www.howtodotthis.com and then do it myself, or liaison with vendors, get them to send me the stuff down. I have to birth something, because what am I doing with idle time? Idle hands create all sorts of things that you don't want to
The
imagine.
devil makes work for idle hands.
Thank you. That's the term
saying.
that I was looking
That's
for.
the English I was
I
looking
do
for.
English all the time. On
That's
this
the
podcast.
English. Thank you.
Thank you,
The
Michelle.
devil makes work
Yep.
for idle hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So after that, like within the year, I got headhunted. I started the website.
Can we just say that again, please, just for people that might have missed that?
I got headhunted.
Wait, before you even go there, yeah, there's some people on the podcast that are listening that think
Doesn't
your
know what a head
that think that your
Oh.
head was hunted.
Hey,
Yeah.
should have family WhatsApp group.
Yeah. So, for the sake of those who don't understand what headhunted is,
Okay.
let them understand that.
And
they'll-
I'm gonna pick this, dissect this just a little bit, because I want you guys to know that sometimes God places your business, your idea, or whatever it is, in the best time, at the best moment. Sometimes you don't know it's a good time, but it is. So George Floyd and everything was happening that year, guys. Remember?
Yeah.
Where we was all broken down as spirit, as a nation, as a culture. So everybody was marching up and down and boom, boom, boom.
I was there in
Yeah.
spirit.
I can't.
Thank you.
Through that year, I got an email, and since all of that year, that everything that happened, and not taken away from any culture, every culture is beautiful. Yeah, we all believe right here, but I'm a black woman. So during that year,
I'm not gonna say colours.
I think they started putting on black adverts
Yep.
and supporting black businesses,
Yep.
and now
Yeah.
investors were investors. It's almost like they bought the cat. They were what they were showing their ass. Everything came forward to light. So they was wanting to invest in like black-owned businesses.
Yep.
Black-owned business soared
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
I got
2020.
headhunted to go into John Lewis.
You hear that, people?
I got headhunted.
Wait,
They came
Sarah.
and found
They
her.
came and found
They asked her.
Sarah,
She said,
Sarah
stop.
Johnson.
yeah.
Sarah, stop, because I feel like I'm at church right
Yeah.
now.
I know, bro. I'm like, did you hear the cup in my
and
hands?
somebody's giving a testimony, yeah?
Yeah.
But I need you to understand, guys, yeah? Sarah's saying she got headhunted, yeah? But before you can get headhunted, guys, there needs to be preparation.
The work was
Yeah.
there. The work
So
was ready.
The work
Yeah.
was
She
ready.
was ready.
She had
Yeah.
laid the ground, yeah? So sometimes, I know people are listening to this and saying, especially if you're believers, yeah, I claim that same blessing. You can claim a blessing, but if you ain't done the work to
Yeah.
prepare for it,
And I had no clue that
Yeah.
this was going to happen. And it's literally just by going by what you were saying. The hardest thing is to launch your business. Guys, take this in, please. The hardest thing is to launch it. The procrastination, the money, the everything. Once you've launched it, you can even relax for a second and let it pick it up its own momentum. But you've done the hard bit. You've said that you can do it, and you've done it.
You're taking the step forward. Once you
That's amazing.
That's
That's commending in itself.
Yeah, you're beating the past
So
now.
I had a CV of reference for them to go to, and I collaborated with another business called DFW Jewelry. Commend them all the way because Michelle, she was an amazing woman. She believed in the vision. She does jewelry, and I do jewelry and clutch bags. Always like kind of collaborate with people that are in the same industry.
Something that Sheila said to me, that your destiny is not
isolated or something like that.
your destiny is not tied. You believe that your destiny helpers. So in the importance of networking,
destiny helpers,
destiny helpers, connecting, reaching out,
And it's
collaborating.
not going to be, and I'm telling you guys, don't think, and I'm not even trying to, but I feel like we look to our personal people as to be the people
this is what I was saying
to
about
help us and do these things for us, but
Yeah.
they're not on the same journey that you are.
this is what I was saying to you.
They're
Friends
just
and
not.
family,
They're
get it
just
out
not.
the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be fearless. You have to inbox people that you won't usually speak to. It's because this is your journey. Nobody needs to nobody needs to F with your business.
Nobody
They don't
owes
owe
you
you
anything.
nothing.
Yeah.
They do not owe you not a damn thing. But however, they will give you your flowers once they see that other people have
Of course,
Yeah,
of course,
that's
of
the
course.
way.
Always the case,
That's the way, yeah.
But you know what? I'm ready for them flowers.
I like roses. 12 red.
Yeah. Make sure they're not from that Tesco petrol station. Yeah. Please respect
one
me.
rose.
Yeah, really, Victor. Yeah. But I want to touch on something that you said because a lot of people get put away, and I'm going to start on this, and you can finish it on your side. Yeah.
Sure.
A lot of people get put off about finances and investors. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've always been a person that says, if you have the vision,
Manifest it.
manifest it. It's no secret here that I'm a Christian. Yeah, the podcast
Same.
listeners know. Yeah,
Same.
and I always say this. I'm sure you've heard me say this to you. If you have the vision, God will give you the provisions. That's what I always say. Yeah, and I know for a fact that you might think like, okay, where's that money gonna come from? But if you step out, you've got to obviously put in what you can put in. Put yourself out there. Yeah, but you've got to now become a little bit more creative with the money.
And let me just take that baton from you.
Yeah.
So this
You can
is
take it.
also being like, obviously being faithful, but in the same breath, you have to be extremely practical.
Yes.
So you have to know, like I said in the beginning, when you're investing in something, the money's going to come from yourself initially.
Exactly.
I don't think that you're going to get a turnaround absolutely straight away.
No.
You've got to have this money that you're ready
Willing
to lose. Now, just a few places where young people, if you're like, I think 18 to 25, you can go to Prince's Trust, which will give you, I think, a £5,000 grant. If
That's Prince Charles, guys.
Yeah,
if
Prince
you don't
Charles,
know,
which
you
is
don't know
Prince's
your
Trust.
prince we're talking about. It's not Archie.
Literally, I'll be honest with you. I'm in the process of doing this now, and literally, there's a lot at the moment of funding.
Absolutely.
Free funds available. The National Lottery. As
The
well.
National Lottery.
The big National Lottery.
The big
grant.
National Lottery. It will take some time.
Yeah, but there's
Oh,
I've got a list now about 20 different funding.
Government funding. Sure.
There's some in America that are willing to fund businesses here.
In the UK,
Absolutely.
So you just need to know.
Do your research.
Do your research. And it's gonna, these applications, and with Clutch Me, I've not been privileged yet to get any of those fundings. However, I am working on it to do a phase 2. And I absolutely say, if the government's giving you funding, guys, it's because take it. Like, take it. They're not going to tell you that I've got a pot of 15, 20 grand to give you. They're not going to tell you that. You have to do your own investigation yourself. And this all takes time. I've got a laptop for work, my 9 to 5, and I've got a laptop for Clutch Me. Guys, you're going to have to take time from your normal social life, because this takes time. It's a job on its own.
It's a job.
It is a job. These applications sometimes could take anything up to 2 hours to sit down and do, to find the investors, to find vendors. But I promise you, once you do the overhead stuff in the beginning.
Yep. I feel like.
So what's an overhead? Sorry.
So overhead is everything from starting up the business. So business cards, websites, like if your podcast, even these,
basic,
all the basic stuff.
I know what they are, so I'm just putting it out there for people.
Oh yeah, of course. All the overheads for starting up whatever it is that you wanted to get into. So even if it's like, that's why I advise to try to open up a business account from early doors, because if you and obviously not everyone does it the same way, but if you can do that, you can obviously do your taxes later on and always put that back to the business. So
just to point out something, guys, you might be saying, oh, I'm not trading, so I don't want to open up a business account, but you can actually have a business account that is dormant.
You don't but the thing is, you don't even have to trade. Because
I
think Tide are a good, because I've obviously got NatWest and HSBC, but they're very, you know, they want all the nitties and gritties of everything.
because I'm a NatWest star.
But if you want a quick one, in order for you to maybe, I don't know, you make £30 or £40 selling like food and stuff, you want to separate your finances. Tide are online business banking, and they open within 5, 10, 20 minutes.
Like Monzo.
So Tide are amazing for that.
But I think when you're talking about finances, it's really, really important.
And Tide are not paying us, guys. No one that we mentioned are paying us.
But Tide, you can do. But what I want to make people understand is when you choose to go into business on your own, or your own self, becoming an entrepreneur, you're choosing to invest. You're betting on yourself.
You're betting on yourself. Absolutely.
So if you don't believe in yourself, then you've got to really get to a place. Exactly that. What Michelle just said. If you don't believe in yourself, you failed at the first hurdle, because it's like you've got to believe in yourself enough to say, I'm gonna take away £1,000. Okay, let me not say £1,000, because people will think I get money. You've got to take away £50 of your salary.
But whatever it is, I think like what Sarah said, whatever you can say, actually, do you know what? It's gone. So we're not saying take out of your kids' lunch money, take out of your electricity bill.
It's sacrificial.
What you can afford to lose in the beginning.
I'll tell you a little story. Like years ago when we were kids, my mum wanted to open up, and I'll tell the story again as we do the segments. My mum went to open up one of her first offices. She opened up. She called me and Macrina, said, I've only got this £100, but I'm gonna go and rent this office.
Amazing.
I said, the last £100.
How we
eat KFC this weekend? But because my mum's a great person, but I give her that. I give her that. And I got that from her, so I give her that. But and then she went with this £100, and she opened up this office. And my sister's not really. My sister's practical, innit? I'm practical in a different way. My sister's practical in the sense of don't do it. But I'm like, Mum, this, but do it. I've got faith in it.
But what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work. So do you know what I mean?
But then Sheila doesn't get a KFC.
I don't get the KFC on the weekend.
That's the worst.
But go and get your own KFC with your EMA back in the day.
I was young.
£30 a week.
No, I was younger than young.
Okay, sure.
These are like, Shama was still alive these times. So we're young. Mum's like, I got this idea, I got this vision. She goes, she opens up. She gets the. Anyway, she's a talker, isn't she? She gets it. She opens up the office. And I tell you now, guys.
It's the best thing she could
within a year, she'd made about 50 bags. Like 50 grand.
I love that spirit.
So it's kind of like
have
faith. And I think I keep saying this to people. You know your vision, and you know where you want to take it. And if you keep that, and our podcast focuses a lot on mental health. So you've got to keep your headspace clean. I only have conversations about business with people that I know are on that level.
They're ready.
And can I touch on this, guys? Can I say that in this lifetime, you are going to go through so many trials during the time that you're trying to birth something great. You're going to go through trials in the middle of when you're about to do something good. Can I tell you something? You have to carry on doing it, because this is you don't get a second chance at certain things.
Just come into my head, no regrets.
Keep going. And when because I did a whole campaign for John Lewis. I did the videos and boom, and when I did the website, and then my dad happened to catch COVID, And then my dad happened to go on life support, and he never. We didn't know whether he was going to live or die. So to post on social media to even launch www.clutchme.com, there was no passion for it. I didn't want to do it. My most important thing to me was suffering. However, who else is going? I don't have a business partner. Who else is going to do it?
You got to carry on.
I had to launch it.
Yeah.
I had to launch it.
Yeah, I think people need to understand that when you start to
Keep
walk
going, guys.
you start to walk this path. Yeah, you've got to
Walk in faith.
You've got to be willing to give yourself to it. Do you know what I mean?
Have
Yeah,
to.
give yourself to it.
Surrender.
And I don't really. Again, I'm black and white. Yeah, like sometimes excuses are things that hold us back. Yeah,
Not sometimes, all the time.
Because if you look at certain things, like Michelle knows, I'm hard on Michelle sometimes, isn't
And
it?
that's
Yeah.
good.
Michelle's
I
just
love that.
She is,
That
but I'm
refines-
developing for it.
That
But
refines diamonds.
it's refined. Yeah,
process,
she's
a hard
developing me for
process
it.
refines diamonds. So when you have, like, and Michelle, I just feel like you're amazing for this. Do you know what I mean? Because the way you talk and express yourself on Coffee Morning Laughter Podcast, we want to listen. We want to listen to you and Shields, because you've always got a situation. Not every single topic I can relate with, but can I tell you something? Probably about 80%, 90% topics I can, and it's the way it is delivered. It's not delivered where it's a harsh pill to swallow about maybe your mental health, or maybe about not having kids at a certain age. You guys, like, you know, give us the pill where it's like, oh my gosh, I can digest it.
Yeah, I can take it.
And let me go and think about it.
Yeah, I think for me, when you lot are talking about like things like the excuses that hold us back, there was I keep this. Well, obviously the viewers or the listeners can't see it, but the girls can testify. I keep this on my fridge, and I've kept this up. Well, you can even see the food stain on it. Yeah,
Let me see.
yeah. You can like. I've kept this. Yeah,
Read it out.
I've kept this since I started practicing at the age of 22, when we first got into our first placement at work. Somebody gave me this and it said, excuses are the tools of the incompetent. They use them to build monuments of nothingness, and those who specialize in them seldom achieve anything. Basically, you won't achieve anything with every excuse going. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to put the excuses aside. Simple example, if you feel you're overweight, just start walking.
Jesus. For goodness sake. Chill out. Can someone slap her? Can you slap her? Can you slap her, please? Can you
Sarah's hitting me.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying.
I'm done with you.
I'm just saying, as the coffee
I'm
got
done
to me
with
this
that.
morning.
No, seriously.
No, but basically, yeah,
Not
in
gonna laugh
layman
at that.
terms, yeah, it's
Oh my
No, because I'm starting to walk, guys. Seriously.
Ignore
I'm
Sheila.
in that category, guys.
Ignore her.
Don't worry, I'm
no,
walking.
but what it
You're
is,
not-
I know that was a little bit harsh, yeah, but you know
A
what,
little
yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is, yeah, don't let the excuses stop you from doing what
Your
you need to be
greatness,
doing.
your
Yeah,
For every
greatness, yeah.
excuse, for every problem, there's a solution, and that's
Yeah,
the truth.
facts.
That's
But
facts,
yeah.
what the issue is, you just
Talk
haven't
to
found it
somebody.
yet. You haven't found the solution yet. So you're, you know, as you've said, I've taken so much from what you said today. Literally, I can't wait to listen to it back. I need to sit down with my notepad. Yeah, but you know, if you want this, you have to work for it. Nobody's gonna give it to you. It's yours. It's yours to go and get. The only thing that's gonna stop you from getting it is you.
Is yourself. And you know what? Fear in us human beings, us young women, us young men, do you know what I mean? You always feel like everybody, you're going to do something and people are not going to respect it. Or they're going to laugh at you if you get no sales or no reposts or whatever. But this is something that you've done.
Yeah.
And the person that is laughing at you, that you ain't got no reposts,
They haven't even gone out. They haven't even gone out walking
I'm
yet.
sorry.
They need to go and get.
I don't know who you're shading.
I know,
I'm not
ignore
saying
it.
no
I
one.
don't know who you're shading.
I'm not saying
In
no.
it.
But Michelle, it's so true, and I feel like your environment and the people that you surround yourself with, because
Come on.
I'm
people
telling
will
you
tell
too
you,
much.
come on, if you say I'm gonna buy a property, I'm gonna buy a new car, I'm gonna invest in my business, I want to have a kids and family and move to wherever you want to move to, you want people to say, come on, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah, let's
How
do
are
it.
we gonna do this? What do I need to do to help you?
Yeah,
Am I gonna
I think-
face it? I'm
I
gonna
think-
do this.
yeah,
I'm
you
not
need
gonna
to-
do
yeah,
that.
you need to touch
You need
on that.
people like that. You don't
Yeah.
need people like
Debbie
don't
Downer.
do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No Debbie
That
Downers.
is not saying that we're not friends, but you can't be on this journey.
And
on
this is
my
why I
process
say
with
to you,
me.
yeah, do birds of the feathers flock together?
To a degree, yes
Because-
and no. It's
because-
just people not sharing your vision.
Yeah, because sometimes I can't talk to certain people about certain things. So I can come to Sarah and I'll be like, Sarah, I've got this great idea. Or I can
Hey, why do you point at me then you pointed at Sarah?
my hand
Hey, Sarah, did you see that? Hey,
my hand was busy.
no, it went my way and then you said,
Guys, honestly,
hey.
The co-hosts are fighting. They're gonna get oiled up and start beating each other up. I love
Listen,
it.
like I will come up. Sarah knows. You know this already, yeah.
Yes.
Sarah
better.
always says to me. Sarah always makes this joke, yeah. Whenever I say something, it happens, yeah. So she always makes this joke. So I said to her, "I'm gonna get a Maybach." She's like, "Yeah, I bet you will see it soon, yeah." But I can only talk. She knows the level of faith, yeah, that I need to keep me pumped. And when Sarah comes to me with something, I'm like, "Says you can definitely do it."
Yeah, why not?
So why not? If I come
Trials
to
and all, flaws and all, things that set you back. Your biggest setback is going to be your most amazing comeback. Let's embrace the setbacks. It's painful at this time when you're going through it, whether that's you're going through a breakup or you've had a situation. All these things are kind of like relationships that are close enough to hurt you, to stop you from doing. You're a manager that's in a work colleague cannot stop you from living your dream because you don't care for them like that. But your siblings, your best mate, your partner, these are people that you actually give.
You got to protect your energy. You got
about
to
their
protect your
opinion.
energy.
But can
It
I tell you
doesn't make them
something?
bad.
You do, but you do need to protect your energy,
You need to-
especially if it's something that you believe in,
you need to protect
that
your
you need to
energy.
do with this lifetime. That COVID and that lockdown, I said I need to birth something really special in this moment.
And now look at you.
I just feel like that part of protecting your energy, like we talk about this all the time
Yeah.
during the week here. I have loads of friends, we all do, but not every friend gets the privilege to have this conversation.
Certain discussions.
Because I know what their spirit's like. Or
Yeah, you
not that-
always say that to me.
Yeah, not that they're bad people.
Michelle, it's life-changing things. It
Yeah.
is life-changing. This could be something that could change. That could be a retirement for your kids. Like, do you understand?
Yeah.
Where it's like something that you're thinking about. Where if somebody just said, "God, girl, you go on, you got this. You got this. Go."
And it's about believing, because Shields has said, you've said it to me all the time, you need to do it. And I'm just, oh, no. And it wasn't until I actually believed it for myself that I've made stuff happen.
And when somebody's ready,
Go on, girl, Michelle.
You have to be ready.
I'm gonna say
Don't
this to the
stop.
friends out there, to the friends that have people that have taken the step to move forward, You just be that person, even if you're not buying the product, even if you're not listening to the podcast, but clap.
Yeah.
You just say, you know what,
Well
well
done.
done. Every time you see that friend and they're saying, "Hey guys,"
Let me throw my bottle at her. I will throw this coffee on you. Don't push me. Don't push me.
Who are you shading? I can't deal
She
with that.
shaded me.
"Hey guys."
Hey guys.
It doesn't sound
All
like that,
my
Mish.
videos, all my promo videos are, hey guys. A bit lower than that. Hey guys.
So, but do you know what? Just clap for your friend for saying,
And
"Hey
in
guys."
you, we've moved.
Yeah, we've moved here.
Hi,
because
guys.
You might not be.
It's amazing.
Like Sarah said before, the content might not be for you, but it doesn't stop you from supporting that brethren.
It takes you nothing to support. But I feel like do you know what it is? Obviously, I'm delivered, but
I'm
you know-
delivered, she
You
said.
already know when some people are not coming from the best space.
Yeah, the
And you already
energy.
know that the
We
energy
know.
is off, and it's because maybe you're in a position, and they don't even know what you're doing. They don't know whether you close the door and you're crying. Like they don't know what the. Just because
Yeah.
you see me there
Yeah.
and I'm there, don't mean that I'm like.
Yeah.
You get me? It's hard.
It's hard work.
But you can tell when people's energy is a little bit
pure.
off,
Yeah,
and when
or
people's energy
Yeah.
is pure.
Yeah.
And guys, concentrate on the pureness and believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Believe in yourself.
and this is what
Bet
what
on
I-
yourself
what I was
every
saying
single
before
blood
when I
clot
said
time.
to you, keep your mental health clean.
Yeah.
Because you know whose energy is good. So
You know
if
it.
I know somebody's
You know
energy
it.
is not good, I'm not talking to you about my business. I'm not talking to
Every
you
single
about
time you want to buy a house or a car or a business or you want to have kids, there's always some kind of negative connotation on the back of that statement.
Just
Brother, are we on the same team or?
not.
I'm just chilling with you here. What we doing?
what we're doing,
Yeah.
So I've got to be around people that are able to take on, are able to congratulate with a whole heart, and that's why you find people go and find other people to work with, and then that friend is saying, why not or why.
Oh, because the
Yeah.
strangers will clap for you more
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
people
come
that are
on.
closest
That's
to
what
you. It's
I'll
the
go back to
craziest
saying to
thing.
this thing, yeah. Don't depend too tough on family and friends. They're there for the beginning. They'll be there for the, oh yeah, that's opening up. But the rest of the journey, look, yeah,
It's you,
I've
yeah.
got to go and feed my kids.
But
yeah.
can I say something? And just to throw this out there, I have been uber blessed with the most amazing support system, the most amazing family.
I
You
agree
know,
with that.
Dante Johnson, The Woods, David Johnson, Ronke Tullet, my mum, my dad, like they've supported the vision, not all the way through, but yes,
yeah, they've been there present.
they've been there and they've been present. They was there on launch day, all the way in Blue Water. Shills has been on. Foot soldiers is what I call them, yeah. Their team, it is what it is, and they've been, you know who your support system is.
Yeah.
But say that there isn't.
I've even got a bag.
She's got a bag. Oh.
Yeah. And my mum's got a bag.
And the mum's got and pictures. And
Yeah.
that's amazing. But just believe in yourself. Even if it's just you and you have this, you have a business venture.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop you because you might not have a support system at that time.
Yeah.
But can I tell you something? The gratitude of what you're going to get after you look at something
That you created.
in your brain. It's amazing.
I think it's really deep for me because I'm a lover of business and I'm a lover of creatives, and if you've got that ability to see yourself somewhere else, if you can make it happen, I'm not even if you know you can make it
can
happen.
make it happen.
If
Yeah.
you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect someone else to?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
that's
the
fact.
bottom line.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the truth, because you can be the most amazing singer or beautiful woman or man, whatever. If you don't think you are, it's not going to work. Because I can put you in the nicest clothes, but if you can't wear those clothes and those clothes are
your
wearing
head up.
you,
Yeah.
please, the clothes are wearing you, yeah. You might as well be, if it's a Ralph, you might as well be the horse, and the horse is riding you.
Okay.
Yeah, because
She could go on all day for this.
What's the point, yeah? But guys, yeah, gems out here today.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, seriously.
What you got, Shell?
Well, I think, like I said, I think we've dropped so many gems here today, but the belief is in yourself. It starts with yourself.
Yeah.
Whether
yeah.
you make it or not is down to you. Literally, there is, for every excuse there is a solution. You
Yeah.
just need to find it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to find it, then just sit home and it's not your time. Maybe you're not ready yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But when you're ready, you'll know you're ready and you'll go and get it and nothing will stop you.
Says.
Don't stop. Whatever like idea, business that you birth, like I said, put it down on paper. Business account, do a breakdown in cost, spend within your means, don't spend it about, don't go broke trying to look rich.
Yeah.
Keep doing whatever you need to do. Thanks to John Lewis in Blue Water for having me on top for July. We are now officially going to be in Stratford, November 14th. Clutch me.
Oh,
So guys, come down. You officially see me
What
and
date?
the team.
November
14th of
14th,
November.
the whole week, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that whole week will be in Stratford,
we will be in Stratford.
signing autographs.
I know, I'm coming down now,
You
Sarah.
have to, me.
100%.
You have to. You need to clutch me back.
Come on.
sis.
Put it in my calendar.
Put it in your diary right now.
Mate, come on, guys. I can't even say anything else, yeah? But obviously,
Thank you for having me, guys. You
It's
know
a Sunday,
what?
the
Oh,
November
thank
the
you
14th, yeah?
for- It is indeed. It
Yeah.
is indeed.
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better guest on the show, because
Been
for me,
amazing.
it's one of those things where we like to keep it 100% real here. Do you know what I mean? And there are people that have listened to us or will listen to it, and they're exactly where Sarah was when she started, yeah? Or they've got questions for Sarah and how she's done certain things. Some of you might be listening and you want to go into retail in this kind of area. Just let you know, Sarah is here with us all week. So as you see the advertisements go up or the promotions go up, you can contact her in her inbox or follow her on Clutch to Me.
Instagram. That's the Instagram
Yeah, that's the
handle.
Instagram handle.
Or email clutchme@gmail.com.
She's the G.
Director.
You can be the male.
Sarah, Miss _ Johnson 87 on Instagram. That's just for any questions that you
Yeah.
have for myself.
Yeah. Oh, you can just get through to her through the Coffee Morning Laughter podcast
Absolutely.
platforms. You know
Yeah.
what? You know all our handles anyway. I think for me, what I'm taking away from this is no vision is too small. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
even if you had an idea 3 years ago, your ideas do not expire. That's the one thing about being a creative, or being an entrepreneur is being a creative. Yeah, being a creative is being.
And isn't it funny that there's a load of entrepreneurs in those little handles that on Instagram there? Everyone's an entrepreneur, guys. You're not an entrepreneur until you put something pen to paper, you deliver it.
Yep.
And actually have something that you're working through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would even say if you're going to put yourself as an entrepreneur, might be something, affirmations, and you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
But don't just put the title on.
Go register that company.
Yeah, register that
Go
company.
open that business bank account.
Okay.
Go set up your email address.
understand?
This is all the things I'm putting in my head I need to do.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Just like it. Just do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think you've got to understand that no vision is too small, and you can do.
Get
what
your content. Work with like-minded businesses
People,
like yourself. Message other, because sometimes you might want to take pictures and your friends might not be the people to take pictures of you.
Yeah.
So you work with somebody else and it'll be like, show this way, that way. They will be the most amazing photographer.
Yeah.
Go and get content, because we have to visualize what your brand is. So we need to see it. And because I sometimes get, not models, but I work with other guys that take pictures of some of the Clutch Me pieces, but sometimes if there's nobody available, I am my own muse. I'm 5'2", guys. I'm not exactly a model. However,
Naomi,
beautiful then.
Naomi Campbell.
however, I need
Naomi without the legs.
Yeah.
and the round thighs. But however, no. But what I'm saying is, guys, you might have to be your own muse. Believe in your own source. Just don't procrastinate and wait for somebody else to make your dream, flourish or bring it to fruition. Do it yourself, DIY.
Yeah, I mean, in closing, I'm going to finish off with saying this. An entrepreneur is a creative. A creative is an artist. And art never dies. Yeah. So even if you had your vision 5 years ago, art doesn't expire. Yeah. So if you want to bring it out next year, we're ready to support you. Yeah. But like I said, get it to pen and paper, because if you haven't got to pen and paper, if you haven't got a website, please, you're just modeling somebody else's life. On that point,
Thanks for having me, ladies.
Sarah, thank you
it's
so much
been
Oh,
for passing
so great,
through.
seriously.
Clutched me, guys.
It's been
For the
amazing.
purpose of this podcast, I will take a picture with my bag. Yeah,
Hey.
and I will post it, and you will see me having fun with my bag.
www.clutchme.com.
I will get Mummy Rose to take a picture with this bag.
At
Michelle
Clutch Me on
will buy a
Instagram.
bag, and
Hey,
she
I
will
will
take a
buy
picture.
I'm coming November the
You have to.
14th. I promise
And
I'll
she'll
be
I'll
there.
be so upset if you don't.
No, it's
Because
in
you've
the
got
calendar.
you've got the banner, Clutch Me banner to take a picture
Look,
with.
it's in the calendar.
That's it, I
Clutch
have
Me,
to see
Love
it.
Eyes, Sarah event.
See, I've got the
Stratford.
podcast host
Come
coming
on,
to
man.
Clutch Me. I mean, seriously, if I haven't made it now, I don't know
come
what
on,
I'm
man.
doing.
You've made it, but she's gonna come with them kids.
I was gonna say there will be a baby on breast, but that's fine.
They're welcome to. Thank you, ladies.
But you know what, guys?
Take care, guys.
It's been so good. It's been
It's
so
been amazing,
wonderful.
seriously.
Coffee morning laughter. Let's keep the laughter going,
Let's go.
and let's keep on loving each other.
Trust me.
Yeah. Take care, guys, and
Take
see
care,
you on the
guys.
next segment. Yeah.
Bye.